Welcome back to another episode of our data analysis series. So today we'll be looking at how to upload dataset into SPSS. In SPSS you can upload different kind of datasets. The first step to do is to go to the menu and click on the file option. From the file option, come to the place where we have an import data option. Then move your mouse to the right hand side. You will see all the available extension that we can upload. So we'll be looking at how to import a CSV data format into SPSS. As you can see here, we can import a CSV data, we can import Excel data and some other extension as well. So we are going to look at how to import CSV data. With me here I have a data set that is already in CSV extension, and this data set contains some variables and is all about student lifestyle GPA. So we have the student ID, GPA, study hour, the screen time, we have the sleep hours, and physical activities level plus the extracurricular activities. So this is what this data set contains, and we can use it to perform different kind of analysis. But today we'll be looking at how to extract this particular data set into SPSS, and we'll also look at how to carry out descriptive statistics of this particular data set in SPSS. So go back to the SPSS, click on the file option, then we'll go to the import option and select CSV data. Now it will open the recent directory for us, and here is where I have my data, so I can select it from here directly. But if your own data is not showing here, know the direction of your data, click on this arrow down and try to go through the directory option we have here in order for you to locate your file. Now I'm already in the folder where I have the file, so I can just select the file and click on open. Now the dialog box for read CSV file will pop up with brief description of the data, and we can even see all the data here, which is separated with comma, because CSV format is comma delimited. So we can have all the data sets here from the preview option here, and leave the first option mark which says that first line contain variable name. The first line here contains the variable name, so we are leaving it mark. That is all you need to do here. Click on OK. Then we'll wait for the data to load. Yes, it's writing some SPSS code for execution of the file. Yeah, and the data has been loaded into our SPSS environment. As you can see here, this is the data view, and we can see all the variable name here: the student ID, the GPA, the study hour, the screen time, the sleep hours, the physical activity level, and also the extracurricular activity. Everything is here. If you go to the variable view, you can see that what we have here is a 7 variable, and everything is perfect, so we don't need to make any changes here unless if we want to add anything. Like here we have the ID is nominal, that is correct, and for what we have the GPA, the study hour, the screen time, and also the sleep hour, you can see that everything we have here is scale, and that is perfect because the data we are working with here are scale. As you can see them, you are having a continuous data, and continuous data the measure for continuous data is scale, so it's perfect the way it is. So this data is okay, and this is how to import a CSV file into SPSS. It's the same procedure for Excel format. If you want to upload Excel format, when you go to the file option and you select the import data, ensure you click on Excel instead of CSV. That is how it works. If it is a workbook, Excel workbook, and you select Excel, that is all. It will work for you perfectly without any issue. So now we have succeeded in uploading or importing a CSV file into our SPSS. The next step is to carry out descriptive statistics of this particular data. So I want to carry out descriptive statistic used for one of the variable, which is the CGPA, so that we can know the summary of the data sets. So to do this, go to the analyze menu, click on it, then scroll down and select descriptive. Under descriptive, It's up to you. You can use frequency or descriptive. I'll be going with descriptive. So it will display the descriptive dialog box for us, and from here what I want to summarize is the GPA. So I'll select the GPA variable and click on the arrow here to move it to the variables box. So it's now in the variable box. Next, click on the option, and from the option here we can select the kind of descriptive statistics that we want. At first I need the mean, so I'll leave it selected. The standard deviation, yes, I'll leave it. Then the minimum, the maximum, I'll need it. And also I need the variance and the range. Okay, to know the distribution of this particular data set, I can decide to go with kurtosis and the skewness, or one of them. Okay, but for this, let me just go with the main descriptive and click on continue, then click OK. Now what SPSS will do is that it will generate the descriptive statistic of this data for us, like as we have here. So it have given us a descriptive table of a descriptive table containing the descriptive statistics of the CGPA variable. From here we can see the first column we have is the column for the observation. The end there is the number of observation, and it's telling us that the total observation in this data set is 100, and the valid observation in the data set is also 100 because we don't have any missing value. And we have the range here. We have the minimum, the maximum, the mean, the standard deviation, and the variance. Now for the range is 1.99, which also means that the difference between the highest CGPA and the lowest CGPA is 1.99. That is just the interpretation for that particular figure. And we have the minimum here to be 2.01, which means that the lowest CGPA in this particular data set is 2.01. And we have the maximum column, which show us 4.00, which means that the maximum, the highest CGPA in this particular data set is 4.00. Then we have the column for the mean, which show us 2.9589, and this is the average of the CGPA in this particular data set. So this shows us the central tendency of this particular data set. And we have the standard deviation, which show us 0.58994, which means that this data is separated around the mean with 0.5894, which is what it means. And the variance, which is the square of the square of the standard deviation. So this is how you can upload a data set into SPSS and also carry out a descriptive statistics of a particular variable. And in some cases we can carry this for more than one. Now if you want to carry out the descriptive statistic for all the options that we have there, all the numerical figures that we have there, yes, like we have a lot of figures there that are numeric. We have for the hour study, the hour sleep, and also the view hour, something like that. So we can carry out for everything if that is what you want to do, like to get a descriptive for all the data. Just go to the analyze. From the analyze button, go to statistics and select descriptive one more time. This time around I want to add the remaining variable, so select the first one, hold the shift key on your keyboard and click on the last one. Everything there will be highlighted, so click on the arrow to move it in. So I'm going back to the option. All I need is still the same information here for the for the descriptive option and the dispersion, the center of this measurement of dispersion here. So I'm going by it and click on OK, then click on OK again. Now this one gives us the descriptive for all of the key variables in that data set, which is this GPA, the study hour, the screen time, the sleep hour, and some stuff like that. We can see all of them, and we can see the number of observation for everything is going to be 100 because it's the same data set. And we can see that the ranges, the medium, for all of those ones, you can also see them here. Alright, similarly, if you want to give a descriptive statistic of a variable that is not numeric, you can also do it. Like when we have the physical activity level and the extracurricular variable. We can also give the descriptive statistics. Like here, you know, we have, like, for physical activity level, we have moderate, we have low, we have height. These are the key three content that we have under this. And for that of extracurricular, we have it to be a question of yes or no. That is dichotomy question. You can also give the descriptive statistic of this kind of data, but in analyzing this kind of data, which is strange, all you need to do is to go to your analyze, come down to descriptive statistic, and select frequency instead of descriptive. Select frequency, and from the frequency we can now select this extracurricular activity and the physical activity level. Move them to the box. Then we can click on statistics. If there is any statistic you want to obtain, you can click on it. But all I want to show here is just the frequency table. That is all I want for this kind of thing, because they are not figure. So I'll click on OK, and we'll wait for it to load. As you can see here, we have the frequency table for both the physical activity level and the extracurricular. Now for the physical activity level, it's telling us that the frequency, it's telling that the high level occurred 15 times, the low level occurred 31 times, and the moderate level occurred 54 times in this particular data set, and it gives us the percentage and everything like that. The same thing goes to extracurricular. It's telling that 47 people in this that took this survey, this questionnaire, answered no to extracurricular. I think there are 47 people among the students that we have the information in this data set. There are 47 students among them that does not do any extracurricular activity, while we have 53 among them that do extracurricular activity. And that is what this frequency table mean, and this is just the percentage and all that. So this is how you can import a CSV data into SPSS, and this is also how you can do descriptive statistics using SPSS for any kind of data you are working with in your SPSS. So see you guys in the next episode of this series. Thank you.